Hi, I'm Cash, and welcome back to Cash Talks Football, where I break down all the goals scored in the Premier League. Try not to drink too much sugar in my Diet Cherry Coke that I've just currently had today, so I don't talk at a million miles an hour while I'm breaking down all these goals using my over 20 plus years coaching experience. So, right now we're looking at Tottenham against Crystal Palace, and I want to give you a little bit of insight into Timo Werner here running at the goalkeeper and show you a little bit about this one-on-one and why it breaks down and what Werner gets completely and utterly wrong. So when you're looking at this, the goalkeeper's just done a couple of steps backwards. Now, I can't really play it. I'm going to do it in little clips, little short screen grabs, because I can't really let it play too much, because as always, I'm under a copyright strike from the Premier League, because yes. Now, the keeper knows he's right footed. He's running towards him. So what the keeper does is start squeezing the play. This is what you would do. It's basic defending. So if you're teaching people to defend, you push them onto, you normally would push them onto their wrong foot. Does that make sense? Right, so if this guy's right footed, you want to try to squeeze off the one side. And so what you would do, you'd squeeze off and try to make him play to his left foot right over here. But you're a goalkeeper, so you're thinking slightly different. You know he wants to strike on his right foot. You know that. So you're doing things a little bit differently than you would as you're defending. You're guiding him on his right foot, and you're guiding him away from the goal because he wants to go this way. So if you start going this way, you're opening up that side of the goal. He doesn't. He starts going this way, which pushes Timo Werner wider. If he was strong on his left or even half decent, he'd cut on his left and just smash it in the goal. Watch the keeper. Do you see him start pushing towards the right? Look, you think he's in the middle because he's on the penalty spot. He is, but watch what the keeper does to save this. Pushes, starts pushing him towards that way. Go on then, mate. I know you're going that way because you're right-footed and you don't have the courage to come and beat me on your left. Takes him over, bosh, and gets the save. Look how far wide the keeper ends up pushing him, because Werner isn't strong enough to either take a touch and slot it past the keeper, take a touch on his left and slot it past the keeper. He's just trying to run around him. Yeah, not very good, mate. Not very good. You can kind of guess what's happening just from this one shot, that this ball's gone flying in and the keeper's been utterly useless at letting the ball go in. I don't know why he set his wall up and then he hasn't trusted his wall. His footwork is all wrong. Let's just start going over it little piece by little piece for you. Okay, so as he goes to strike this, the reason you've got your wall is because he's defending this side of the post with the wall, right? And he's going to be defending this side of the goal. So that's the side of the goal that he needs to be looking at. If he's looking at defending this side of the goal here, there is no point of having the wall there, okay? If you do not trust your wall, you shouldn't have one. All right, it's that simple. They either score on that side with a great, ball free kick, or they score on your side and it's your fault. If he scores on your side, it's your fault. Watch where the keeper's first step is, though. Right, watch. Do you see his first step? I train this all of the time, okay? You will be shocked at how fast I can make you because your body shape is wrong, right? And what I mean by your body shape, it's not just where you're stood, it's how you accelerate and which foot you move forward on. His first step is backwards. Did you see that? Let's do that again, just so you can see it. Bosh, do you see his first step goes backwards to set himself? He can't push off his front foot. He can't keep his weight on both of his feet at the same time and then jump from his feet. He has to step back to go forward. You'll be shocked at how many people do this, and you lose. Normally it's double two clicks. That's how much time you lose. And now all of a sudden the ball's gone into his side because he stepped backwards, which pushes him further onto the other side of the goal, where his wall was defending, and the ball just goes flying into the goal. Completely unlucky on the goalkeeper because he can't understand the basics of his footwork. Not only he can't, by the way, his goalkeeper coach should have been drilling that out of him day in, day out. And how you do that is you stand with all your weight on your 2 feet. If you're doing like Gong Fu or Kung Fu, Mimbo, 50-50, weight on each one, and you fall forward, and then you run forward. You fall forward and you run forward. And then you do a sprint, and you see if your foot goes back. You normally put a little camera there so you can see. Or if you can't afford a camera to do there, you can put some cones or anything behind your both feet, and you keep your feet parallel, just like he has on his line there. You keep your feet flat, parallel like that, so then you can see whether or not you make that little step backwards. You see it? Dumph. That little step there. That half a step there costs him that goal. And it's not just because it's the half a step the time's wasted. It's because of his weight differential goes onto the wrong foot and he can't spring forward. He can't actually, propel himself and get an extra leap on his yardage. Yeah, it's just all overall just bad. And that's where you can notice the level of coaching is terrible in the Premier League. Because this is something that you would do to gain all your defenders and everybody half a yard, to teach them how to, to move eloquently on their feet and, jump properly and all those things. If they're not doing that in the Prem, they're terrible, terrible coaches. Let's get to the next goal. This is where this goal ends up starting from, okay? It's this situation here. This guy's got the ball. He's going this way, but he's facing this way. So what he should do is just play it to his keeper. His keeper goes out the other side, and there's no dramas. He doesn't do that. He thinks he's a bit mustard on the football, or he just doesn't trust himself. Either way, whatever he thinks he's doing is absolutely shocking, because he gets mugged right here. Now, this is the other thing. Sometimes that might be called a foul. It might not be. Gets away with it. He goes down, but he doesn't go down that bit. He goes down on the next bit. But this guy ends up losing the ball here from not having enough confidence just to give it to his keeper. That's when he goes down. He ends up slipping, which, okay, is a bit of unlucky, but he should have not been in that situation in the first place. He should have already played it to the keeper, already been out the other side, and there should be no issues. He's played himself into trouble, and he's played his team into conceding a goal. Now, he's ended up beating two players. This guy was flying in too quickly, completely missed his tackle. But look, we've got someone telling someone what to do. Guess what's going to happen next? Have a guess, have a guess. They're going to score a goal. Now, here's the other interesting thing. Again, no one's defending properly. Look at how flat their shoulders are. They're all flat shoulders. No one has got their shoulders and their head facing this way. So they can't see this player on the back post, because if he did, he would see him and he would already start changing his body shape and getting ready for this cross to come in so he could deal with it. He doesn't. He doesn't even know he's coming. So when this cross comes over, bosh, he's not even aware that someone's behind him when it comes in, and he smashed it into the net box. That is overall shocking. They've given them that goal. This is one thing you do as a coach when you break down and you analyse your team. You go, right, did they score on us? We can take it if they scored on us, right? Because they're good and they've done a thing. But if we've given them the goal, that is unacceptable. That is unacceptable. You've given them the goal. You've had a bad decision when you haven't given to the keeper. You've lost possession of the ball. The other guy came in flying and missed the tackle. The guy on the back post didn't know that there was anybody coming in on him. Didn't even have his body shape set. No one did. So no one knew what was going on and how to defend it properly. And it's just become a complete and utter disaster. Yeah, shocking, boys, shocking. Okay, so the Spursy have just taken a throw in and they're attacking. The ball's just bouncing around about here, but I want to show you the same problem again. Look at these defenders. There is no one that is kind of, goal side on, looking down the field and getting ready. Now the other problem you've got is this, right? You, as a defender, defend the space in front of you. This guy needs to be on that guy. He's not. He's nowhere near him. And if he's not on him, he needs to be telling this guy to get back and mark him. Because you cannot have a guy splitting both players like that. That's ideal for a striker. That is what you're trying to do, is have them not mark you and split them, like that. These guys are giving it to them because they're not even looking at him, because their shoulders are flat here and they're looking straight at the ball. They're looking straight at the ball. Their shoulders need to be here and they need to be looking down that way. That's what they need to be doing. Flat there, looking down that way. They can back up then, turn if they have to. And by the way, this guy might not have to do that, but this guy can, or this guy can. Okay, so if this guy's man marking, you necessarily want his shoulders flat, but this guy you can have, and this guy you can have. Because look at him. He said, what are you doing? What are you going to spring up and defend the cross, are you? You can do that in a million different ways. So when this ball comes in, look, Bosch, it's flicked up. He's just ghosted him behind him. And also the keeper maybe could have come for this as well. And I'll tell you why. It's because it's one of those loopy balls up in the air and it's taking a long time to come down. So that means that gives you the advantage to step forward and just jump up and win the ball. And it just dops and nicks it into the corner. Gets himself a goal. Okay, here we are on this last little goal here. There's a couple of little points I'm going to make. Now, this is just a straight up, back and through. Why is it called an up, back and through? Simple, because it goes up, goes back, and then it goes through. Yeah, it's that simple. This is what happens. It goes in. There's a bit of a fight melee going on here. And I can't stand people going down too easily in football. And they do all the time now. They're buying for free kicks and all this. Just play on. And that's what happens here. They play on. But I also actually think there might have been a foul here from the Spursy player onto the Crystal Palace player. Now, when you play this, you see this. See what I mean? What goes on here? And now he ends up sort of hitting his leg on the ground there, boff, and tripping him up. So he trips him up, and the ball gets played through. That's probably a foul. He's taken him out. He had the ball, and he's just led on him. But here's the other part. Did the other guy foul him, so he fell over to fall into the other guy to foul him? Probably. So as he plays the ball through here, bosh. And then, unfortunately, I can't really play him running through. I'm going to have to try to do that on another platform so I can actually talk and show you all the good things he's doing on the motion. But when it goes through, the difference between Son and what's the other guy, Timo Werner, Son scores. And I'm going to show you, see if you can catch why. He doesn't with his eyes. Okay, this is going to go really quickly, but just watch his face. Okay, so he's running. He wants to hit it on his right. He's looking towards his right. Do you see that? Do you see how quick that little head look was there? That's enough for the keeper to go, right, he's going that way. Do you see that? Let's see if I can catch that again. Let's see if we can catch that. Here we go, here we go. Don't see it? Don't, that little head shuffle there. That little flick over. And that's all it needs for him to finish it into the bottom corner and get his team 3 points. I'll see you next time on Cash Talks Football.